So WWE was expecting the Lucha Bros to be with them sometime maybe within ending of October to November. Now that is not going to happen as the Lucha Bros will not be in WWE because Rey Fenix contract got extended by Tony Khan due to the injuries he has had with the company. So he got an extension, causing these WWE fans to be upset because they say, how dare Tony Khan extend Rey Fenix contract? Also, we're going to be talking about Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental title this past Monday. What happens now to Braun Breaker? Because he was in some momentum. Now we're going to break it down, explain why this victory happened, and I have an idea why. We're going to be talking about that. There's much more on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report.
Is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, episode 213 and whatnot. I think it's 213. I could be wrong. But we got a whole lot of things to talk about, especially the news that have been going around since yesterday about Rey Fenix contract extended because Tony Khan said, well, you was injured. Now I'm gonna add days to your contract so you can really go to WWE. Now, as we all know, the reports were that Penta and Rey Fenix were not going to sign with AEW and whatnot, and they were heading to WWE. Now, the reports were that they didn't want to go to NXT, they wanted to go to the main roster, and everybody was excited in the WWE fan base and whatnot. I, for one, was saying, well, you know, how many taxes do they have over there? But then we heard that the Motor City Machine Gun signed with WWE, and I think they're heading to NXT, if I'm correct. So everything seems fine until yesterday. Yesterday, there was a report by Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer, okay, which I grabbed his thing with a grain of salt and whatnot, that Rey Fenix contract got extended due to injuries he has had in the past, and he was out, and Tony Khan extended it. So therefore, Penta could go and whatnot to WWE, but Rey Fenix is still stuck in AEW. Now, the question is he still going to wrestle and whatnot and put over talent before he leaves, or is he going to sit home and get paid and whatnot? Now, this is not a problem of him doing that. The problem is how these WWE drones and these AEW haters are complaining and bitching that why is Tony Khan doing this, and then why they just not let them go. It kind of sounds familiar to another promotion and whatnot, the WWE. A lot of people have dementia when it comes to WWE of them using the same practice and whatnot. The same practice and whatnot, and holding talent from leaving WWE when they don't want to sign a contract. They did it to, I think they did it to Brody King at one point. Not Brody King, Brody Lee. They did it to him when they were home. They did it to Jeff Hardy when Jeff Hardy wanted to leave. So my thing is, why you guys are crying like little girls over this shit? Now, I had a conversation with an individual who said that Tony Khan said that he would never hold anybody back if they didn't want to stay in, you know, at AEW. Now, for what I know, the contract, there's a clause that says if you get hurt, that time will be added to your contract and when your contract is over. It happened to Malachi Black. Okay, again, people having dementia, having Alzheimer's and old man moments and whatnot when it comes to AEW. Okay, there was rumors going around also with Malachi Black. I think it was last year when they were like, "Oh, he's going to leave," but then that Tony Khan was going to add injury time on his contract. But now everybody, when it comes to Rey Fenix, now everybody's crying. Everybody's crying, and someone who I was speaking to, like I said earlier, they were saying, "Oh, nobody's crying." Well, that's what I saw in social media. Especially everybody who was all excited about the Lucha Bros and all this. And a lot of these people who are excited about Lucha Bros, most of them never followed the Lucha Bros. But since they're going to WWE and they're leaving AEW, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm excited about it. My question, have you followed them besides AEW, or you follow them outside of the United States? Did you follow them when Penta was the Impact World Champion? Did you follow them when Rey Fenix was wrestling on his own in TNA? Did you follow them when they had that big feud with LAX in TNA, which was the hottest feud in 2019? I bet you didn't. Y'all didn't care about TNA. You didn't watch TNA. You didn't watch Lucha Underground because you guys, when it comes to WWE, you are committed and dedicated to WWE because you don't come out that box. But once you hear that a tag team is coming in and whatnot, oh, we're excited. Oh, it's AEW stupid for letting them go. Did you follow them? I saw a comment when someone said, "Oh, WWE doesn't do that. They don't put time on the contract when someone gets hurt." Where the hell you been at? Do your research before you make stupid comments online. Okay? Because in reality, if you think about it, that's been going on for a while. So if Rey Fenix must have known this because it's in the contract. Now, there's another thing that rumors, I don't know if it's rumored, I don't know if, I heard stuff like this, that when they were about to leave AEW, the contract was about to leave, Penta was going around saying that WWE was ready to do their merchandise. Why are you even saying that when you're still under contract with AEW? So basically, way I'm looking at it is like they're leaving with whatever, if they're mad at Tony Khan or trying to get over, or they pissed off because they weren't being pushed or whatever. If that's the case, listen, they had one of the best runs in AEW. They had one of their best matches with the Young Bucks in a steel cage. Who could forget that match in 2022? In a steel cage. And listen, I love Penta, I like Rey Fenix, but it's not the way to do business. Okay, you're leaving. You're talking about that the competition's ready to do merchandise for you. I mean, it's not crazy. And then Rey Fenix thinking that he's gonna get let go when Tony Khan went away. Wait a minute, hold up. You got to put the time that you was out during your injury. The guy wrestles reckless. Okay, because I remember when he broke his arm and whatnot, and he had a wrestling match with Moxley, and the guy was getting constantly hurt because he's jumping off the top rope, doing crazy stuff to excite these fans. Okay, and it goes with the AEW fans. AEW fans, they want you to fucking kill yourself and whatnot for them, when wrestlers should just wrestle, safely, instead of doing reckless shit for what? And especially if there's no championship involved. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because then also during this conversation that I had with this individual, he said that Tony Khan could tell him how to wrestle. I don't think so. Because if Tony Khan had to tell him what to wrestle, do you think he's going to sign him? Maybe he likes the way he wrestles. That's why he didn't tell him shit. Okay? So, but it's also use common sense. Are you willing to take these risks to entertain the fans? Are you serious? Fans don't give a rat's ass if you kill yourself from a balcony. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna then they'll put it online and look how stupid this person did, because that's what they do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's he was told, first of all, Rey Mysterio told Rey Fenix, you need to slow it down. Slow yourself down, because what's going to happen is you're going to cut your career short. But that is the situation going on right now. Rey Fenix contract, I think he got less than a year still left because of all the time he was out. So no Lucha Bros in WWE. Well, Penta will be on his own. So we'll see what happens. And WWE is known, if Penta's going to be there on his own, where are they going to put him? Are they going to put him with the LWO? With Rey Mysterio? Because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they try to do it with Andrade. That's what they do. And speaking about WWE, let's go right to the next segment, which is Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental Championship from Braun Breaker this past Monday. To me, it was shocking because I was like, wait a minute. You just took the momentum away from Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker was like the hottest thing going on. I don't know what they do with Braun Breaker, to be honest with you, because his first match with Sami Zayn for the IC belt, he lost. And I think it was Money in the Bank or one of those, or Clash of the Castle, one of them. He lost. But then he goes to the next following pay-per-view and he beats Sami Zayn. He's been hot. He's been getting a lot of attention from the fans and whatnot. But what I don't get is, so here you got Jey Uso. Jey Uso been very hot. He got a lot of fanfare, right? So my thing was, why they didn't put the IC title on him and whatnot? He could have been the one who could have been, it could have been Gunther on WrestleMania, but instead they put Sami Zayn. Or he could have tried Sami Zayn and had a good match between them two and had Jey Uso winning it. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, they kept the damn Sami Zayn with that belt around his way, had Braun Breaker getting pushed like a monster and whatnot, just running over the competition and whatnot. And then Jey Uso getting all this fanfare, but at the same time, they're not really doing nothing with him. Now, the victory, and I'm going to explain it as the title said, I believe that the reason they gave Jey Uso the belt was because Rikishi was bitching online. Rikishi, every opportunity he had, he was bashing WWE. He was mad because he said, well, what the hell are they doing? If Jey Uso right now is the most popular guy, why are they not pushing him? Okay, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, and like a couple of podcasts ago. Okay, Rikishi was pissed off, even went as far as to say that when Jey Uso's contract is up, he should go to AEW. He said it. If you don't believe me, you can go back 2-3 episodes of this. I remember bringing that up, which I said that's crazy. Where he's saying that if Jey Uso does not get the push he deserves, when his contract is up, he should sign with AEW. And this is coming from Rikishi. Now, I honestly believe that WWE, so they don't have to hear from the Hall of Famer, Rikishi. I think is he a Hall of Famer? I'm not even sure. But they didn't want to hear his mouth anymore. They said, let's give the title to Jey Uso. Now we don't have to worry about him bitching about it because we gave his son the title. Now, I'm not saying that Jey Uso does not deserve the IC title. I mean, he's the hottest thing going on. But what about Braun Breaker? Where does he go from here? Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, well, you know what? Braun Breaker is fine because he's still young, whatever. But he only had a 51-day reign. It's not even 2 months. A 51-day reign. And then you people wonder why I don't like the way WWE booked their people. Okay, 51-day reign. You had this guy as one of the hottest heel. I mean, you have people barking, even though he's a heel. People are magnetized to this guy, and here you go, take the belt away from him to give it to the other guy who's real popular, making it hard for now Braun Breaker. I mean, what are you gonna do? Now you're gonna take the belt away from Jey Uso to give it back to Braun Breaker? Because now there was even rumors a couple of days later that WWE's thinking of putting Braun Breaker as a baby face. Why? You don't need to put no more baby face. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's not gonna get past Jey Uso as a baby face. He's definitely not gonna get over Jay as a baby face bigger than Rhea Ripley right now and Damian Priest. He's good as a heel. So to me, I feel that the reason they gave that belt to Jey Uso or some belt just to have his father off WWE's back. Because now the real question is going to come up. What's going to happen to Braun Breaker? Out of all this, Braun Breaker is the biggest loser here because they just kill his momentum. Braun Breaker is the last got 2 months, 3 months, whatever it's been. He's been a hot heel, taking everybody out with that spear. I mean, everybody's using a spear today, but the way he does it is crazy. But I think he got the bad end of the stick on this one, the bad end, because it's crazy. How is it that you have Braun Breaker, a hot heel, lose the belt in less than 2 months to the biggest baby face? But the reason they gave it to the biggest baby face is because the father's complaining. Okay. And anybody could tell me, oh, that's not true. Check it online. How many times he's been going to his podcast and talking about how WWE's not pushing his son. Okay. He was all over the place. Okay. He's all over the place. Now, I'm sure he's not going to say anything anymore. Now, if Jey Uso loses the belt right away, watch him complain about it. He's going to complain about it. Why my son only had a short reign, but when is somebody else, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, which is not. In reality, it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. So it's I don't know. But that's what made me look at it real good. Now, also a quick situation here. The McMahon docuseries is on Netflix. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet and whatnot. I might do it this weekend and look at it. But Vince McMahon, I mean, this guy, his mind as supposedly a creator and storyline. I mean, the fact that he even thought about doing a storyline where he was the guy who impregnated his daughter in some sick storyline he was going to go and try to do tells you a lot about the man. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of you Vince McMahon fans will still like, oh, if it wasn't for him, there will be no WWE, there will be no wrestling. Yeah, whatever. Shows you the sick mind this man has. It's sick. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about how Netflix pretty much shitted on him, making him look bad. There's two sides to the story. And I love what Jeff Jarrett said in his podcast, In My World, when he said, that's not true. That's not two sides of the story. It's three. Is his, hers, and the truth. So at the end of the day, and he made something else very, very, very good, remark, and a good take where he said, the only reason McMahon is doing all this because he's scared. He knows he's going to go to jail. And if you guys forgot about the lawsuits, that is on pause right now. The feds are investigating McMahon, and they're going to continue to investigate on whatnot. And, to find out if there was more stuff that he was doing besides the allegations he has now. So, at the end of the day, I can't wait to sit down and actually watch the documentary and whatnot. But you got guys like Hulk Hogan trying to freaking, defend him. And Hulk Hogan, as far as Hulk Hogan is concerned, that guy's a creepo. As much as I loved him back then in the 80s, when Hulkamania, the older these guys get, the worse they get. Okay. Hulk Hogan said that Bobby Heenan was better. It was a better, he could do better things than anybody, including Bret Hart. He named a bunch of people. He needs to go away. Him and his stupid beer. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go away. When it's guys like him, Ric Flair, your time came, and why are you still trying to be relevant in the pro wrestling business? You did what you had to do. This is a new generation. Go away. How about that? Go away, don't come back, and whatnot. So it's crazy, but it is what it is. That is it for me today, guys. This is a very short video and whatnot. Again, thank you for all the guys who supported me, all you guys who have been supporting. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new uploads. And whatnot. Let me know what you think about this Tony Khan extending Rey Fenix contract. Do you think that he should let them go, or he should definitely, have Rey Fenix honor what is in the contract? Tell me what you think about this. Jey Uso defeating Braun Breaker and whatnot. Did it because Rikishi's father? Rikishi, the father of Jey Uso, has been very, very critical about WWE, the way they're pushing Jey Uso and whatnot. So that pretty much explains what I think really happened here on Monday night. So they could have Rikishi back off a little bit. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me leave me your comments, your thoughts on this, and whatnot. So, guys, also check out my the podcast store. That's tcwr.veryimpressive.com. That's tcwr.veryimpressive.com. As you can see in the bottom, scrolling down, you got t-shirts, hats, hoodies. Go again to tcwr.veryimpressive.com. Also, we're available on TikTok, little small clips that we usually have. We already got over 1,000 followers there. So thank you for those people. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all my social media outlets. Also, we are also on audio outlets of Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and so forth. So let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast once again. And let me know what you think again. What you think about all these stuff that's going on in wrestling with, Tony Khan extending the contract to Rey Fenix and Jey Uso's title win last month. So until then, guys, be careful, be safe, and we'll talk next week.